Oh, jeez. Whoops. Hang on. Hold up. Why is it so close? Oh, my goodness. How do I get... Hold up. Lordy. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. I don't know why it's so close. I'm still trying to figure this stuff out, to be honest. What? Oof. Oh, boy. That's bad. Nobody's going to watch this at all. Why is it so close? G'day, Jenna. What's going on, mate? I'm nervous to touch it. It's like so close. All right, we're back in the car. Oh boy, we are doing a Steelers Q&A on the mobile phone. I'm out driving, having a good time, doing the shopping. Sorry for the intro. I push a button like this. G'day 46, and in the future too. I'll tell you what, it's kind of fun to sometimes do the YouTube stuff and the streaming outside of my room. It's just different. Like I'm here at the beach. I'll show you the beach. Hang on. Oh boy. Oh, it's more like a beach / lake. It's like, where is it? It's a lake along there. It's a lake, and then that's goes into a beach. Anyways, so I can't believe it's like so zoomed in. It's a nice quiet area, about 20 minutes from my house. But in the future, I'm gonna try and get a microphone too. I want to get a microphone so I sound better. I can find quiet spots when I'm driving, doing my errands, and then start to talk Steelers. It's not the Gold Coast. No, I'm on the place called the Central Coast. It's near Sydney, near Newcastle. So, but I'm about 20 minutes from my house and whatnot. I don't know why it's so close though, because if I touch a button and it goes real zoomed in, we'll just have to deal with it. I think I pushed something wrong. Anyways, any Steelers questions? We'll go like 25 minutes, half an hour, whatnot. I did see some news with Mitch Trubisky signing with the Bills. I put now a post out, and I've put a post out on Facebook. People think I'm serious. I'm not serious. Like, Steelers Trubisky is not a legend. It's like, where's the sarcasm gone in this world? There's like zero sarcasm now in the world, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just put out a post on Facebook saying it was Steelers legend Trubisky signs the Bills. Like, he's like, oh, he's not a legend. I know he's not a legend. It's just sarcasm. I'm trying to have a bit of fun. Also, the post on YouTube, someone said, there's no way he's a legend. Like, I know that. Like, he's not. G'day, George. G'day, Jeremiah. G'day, J-Devil. Yeah, like, anyways, it's kind of crazy how quick he got a job, though. I think he's going to try and back up. He's backing up Josh Allen or Jack Allen. Also, I think as well, the Bills, they let go of their safety, their center, their cornerback. So they're pretty much trying to get rid of cap. I think to pay Josh Allen money or something like that. But in Steelers terms, we're like 1 week away from the free agent. I guess this is like the real dead period right now, like really, really dead period. So when there's rumors galore. I think everyone's pretty much fed up and done talking about the quarterback position. I still think it's going to be Kenny Pickett. Give him a chance, and we'll see what happens if they sign Rudolph. But next week, once things start moving and it really ramps up, because only 50 days away from the draft, I think things are going to start to get crazy. I trust Omar Khan 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? So, by the way, if you see anyone around me, let me know. Or you see any spiders or anything like that, let me know. Beautiful day though, man. To be honest, beautiful day near the lake. I was going to do a live today in the house. I thought, nah, let's go outside. Let's go look at the birds, go look at the ocean, and talk some Steelers. And yeah, make sure you guys put in any Steeler questions. I'll answer them or whatnot. But we just got to wait kind of thing at the moment. Like Omar Khan, I believe what he'll do this year is the same thing he did last year. Is went and got a lot of free agents. I liked all the picks with Marlowe, with Peterson, all those kind of dudes. I like the draft too. Darnell, JPJ, Benton. I think they're they're getting towards some backyard Steelers bully ball mentality. Run you over, push them to the ground and take no smack from no one, that kind of stuff. So that's what I want to see. I did a video today too on Jackson Powers-Johnson. If you haven't seen that, it's an okay one. It's not the best one. It's all right. But if I looked into his highlights yesterday, I think he would be a pretty good. He'd be a pretty good center, I think, for Steelers to pick him up. I wouldn't mind seeing them go and get him to man the line for the next 10 years. Then have Jones, Marlowe. I think he's playing out of his skin. Jackson Powers-Johnson, I've heard that he can just be plug in and play, let him go, and let him be a center. So he could be a guy that you get for a 5-year deal on the first round rookie contract. So, g'day Dave, what's going on? Dave says, would love to see the Steelers steal Queen from the Ravens. Yeah, it's a possibility. It's a big possibility. And I don't know why I'm so close today, to be honest. I don't know why I'm so here. Maybe, hopefully I'm not too in your face. At the very start of the episode, the camera's going everywhere. But it's a possibility. Patrick Queen is a good middle linebacker. Steelers, I still think they'll run it back, depending on not Mason Cole. Who's the bloke? Cole, I can't remember his name. Cole. Middle linebacker, Cole someone. You guys tell me. But Atlanta Roberts, Cole Holcomb, that's right. Depending on his injury. G'day, Dante, what's going on? Yeah, I couldn't remember his name. I'm doing well, Dave. So, depending on his injury, they'll probably run it back with him. Atlanta Roberts, I think they'll run it back with him. But same thing. Omar Khan pretty much got rid of the center, the punter, the right tackle, the quarterback or backup quarterback, and said, you know what? I'm not fucking around. Let's go and make moves. Go and get the players you like he wants to get to build this team up. Omar Khan, Andy Waddle. I got a lot of trust in those blokes. I know Tomlin is 50-50 with some people, but I think a lot of people are down with Omar Khan and how he grabs the personnel and brings people in. And yeah, we'll see what happens in a week's time. And last year, I think it was like 20 people or something like that. Not 20, sorry. That's, I'm looking at my numbers. Like 11 to 14 free agents too. G'day, Crock of Beef. What's going on? There is another reason why too I'm doing this as well. I'm trying to broaden the audience. So g'day, Crock of Beef. For some reason, and I will get better. I want to go in the next few weeks if I can. I've got to put down almost a house mortgage to get these microphones. But I found some microphones I can put strapped to my body, and they're about $400. So I got to save for them. But I wouldn't mind getting good audio content and doing, what do they call it? In real life videos, IRL, or whatever it may be. And yeah, reaching a new audience too, because Dante, g'day Travis, what's going on? And I look like a Looney Tune talking to myself in my car. But Crock of Beef, shout out to Australia, the families worldwide. Like, I've never seen your name before, so I'm trying to broaden the YouTube, the brand, Steel Oz, and do as much content as possible, and also just change it up. Just really change it up too. But it's good for the off season as well. It really is. Well, that's a good question. Dave says, do you think Tomlin is the best coach in the NFL right now? No, I think the best coach in the NFL right now is Andy Reid. Andy Reid by 10 miles. Travis says, hi Mark, Steelers legend made me laugh. And 100%, like, I'm just taking the piss. Just overall taking the piss about... Trubisky was probably one of the maybe the worst signings in Steelers history. One of the, yeah, definitely was a failed plan on that aspect. Matt Canada, that was a failure. Trubisky was a failure. Devin Bush, failure. Maybe letting go or not signing Terrell Evans back to that position, kind of a failure. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, man, just trying to change it up. I told Mark not to drive and film, but he said it would make... Yeah, there's no way. I thought about that. I thought about driving and filming, but that would just be crazy. Yes, I agree. Jeremiah Yoda says the Steelers need a healthy Cam Hayward this year. He's been pretty pissed off too. Let's be honest. He's been pretty pissed off at the overall NFL media. Some of the Steelers fans have been saying they want to trade him, get rid of him. But he had that injury with his groin, and he even told Steeler Nation that he wasn't the best player last year. So hopefully he can bounce back and be that true leader. He's a Pittsburgh Steeler through and through. I don't want to see anyone, have trade him, or I want to see Cameron Hayward have a chance for a Super Bowl, but at least just play in the black and gold for the time being. Is my internet really bad? I think it's bad. Oh boy. Oops. Hang on. Hold up. G'day, Rob. What's going on? Yeah. How do I pronounce your name? Believins. Cole? It's fine. Okay, cool. Khalil? Cool. Anyways, g'day, Kyle. What's going on, mate? But yeah, man, this thing's it's a little laggy, but not too bad. Maybe in a bad area. Oh yeah, I'm in a bad area. There's like zero reception out here too. There's not the reception's pretty bad. But I won't always do these, but I wanted to try and just change it up as best I can. Dave says, what's your take on voting for Defensive Player of the Year? Terrible, man. It should have been TJ by a mile. I think the NFL had some sort of narrative built up to give Myles Garrett the Defensive Player of the Year. If anything, I've said this a few times, but we have a lot of new members here too. If anything, it should have been given to Deron Bland, the Cowboys cornerback, who got 6 TDs, and also they got 9 interceptions. Like, that's pretty game-changing. Steelers' TJ Watt should have had it, but for some reason, the NFL and the Hall of Fame and some of those guys, they're almost, because we're so good, and we're so good at some individual players are so good, they're almost, I think they're over. I think they're over talking about it as well. I think they're over hyping up the Steelers. They kind of like what we're going through now is that middle period where we haven't won a playoff game in 7 years. We do, on some side, people will say, well, it's mediocre Mike, on that level. I think they kind of like this moment now, whereas they're not giving the Hines Ward the attention he needs to get into the Hall of Fame. So I think in that sense, they always had in that Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett was always going to be chosen because with the Twitter, they announced him on Twitter, like I think week 10 or week 11 or something like that. They said Depoy ? Then it had a picture of Myles Garrett and his name too. G'day, Chloe. What's going on? Oh my goodness. By the way, it's super hot today. It's like maybe 85 degrees, 80. Okay, a little laggy, not too bad. 100% Rod, yeah. Made a big video about it too. Micah Parsons was talked about that TJ Watt wasn't even top 5. But yes, there's something against the Steelers right now, I think, as well, the organization. And you know what? I'll never stop watching. I'll never stop cheering them on. But there's definitely something against the NFL doesn't like to boost them up anymore, or really talk. They're always talking bad about them, and they're going into the quarterback position with Justin Fields and all this crap. And if Wilson, I don't think it's going to happen. I really think that KP8 is going to be the quarterback, whether we like it or hate it. KP8 will be the quarterback number 1, and hopefully we have some good quarterback play and they go to the O-line. I do think that the Steelers are going to go offensive line, to be honest. I reckon they go on that first round pick, maybe even the first 2 rounds, not too sure. But like someone in my comments said today, I am pretty laggy, aren't I? I'll have to do better next time. And I'll go back and watch the tape. Someone said in my comments today, there was Thomas Martin said that the Steelers got to wait until the free agent period gets going, Alrighty. So many more players, dude. Dave's, so many more players as well. Reading the comments. G'day, you. What's going on, mate? Yep, I hear you. And J-Devil says the NFL is really pushing the Browns to be the 50s Browns. How the F did the fancy win? That makes no sense. I know this is like rehash material, but it still makes you angry, right? Still makes you angry, right? Like, you think about it. It should have been D'Amico Ryans for the Texans, turning that franchise around in 1 year. It should have been Dan Campbell for the Lions. It should not have been the Browns who finished. And because they don't take into a fact that it's regular season and not playoff talk. So when you talk about regular season, yeah, sure, he had a good year, but he only got one more win than what we did. If anything, I agree with that. Schwartz had the assistant defense. Yeah, sure, mate, that's fine. Had #1 defense in the league, but not an overall head coach of the year. That to me makes no sense. No sense. It should have went Dan Campbell because the Lions went so far, and they also should make the voting go into playoffs too. And it should have went to the Houston Texans too. Thank you, Dave, mate. Much appreciated. That's why I'm doing it. I'm just trying to cover all bases. This acts like a short. Browns the Browns. Yeah, something different, man. Something different. So, what are we going for? 15 minutes? I am pretty laggy, though. I must admit. If I do this, am I laggy? Wait. I'm so laggy, I swear. It's bad. Rod says Browns are in cap hell, especially for the future with that. Yeah, dead set. Watson, I don't think he's a fantastic quarterback. You can talk about the off season things. I'm not going to worry about that. That's it's bad if he did it right. But and there's a lot of heat around him. But he's not a good quarterback. Go and watch Watson play. He's a pretty terrible quarterback. The way he this runs out of the pocket, gets sacked. We can beat them. I think the Browns are always. They're pretty laughable, to be honest. They got no championships. They spend all their cap. It's like the Denver with Russell Wilson. They've really fucked themselves, to be honest. With $69 million dead cap. Watson's the same thing. They waste all those draft picks too. Is that true? Is that true? Like, what? Yeah, man. I think I'm in the wrong spot. There's no there's no reception around. There's no reception around me. I chose the wrong spot. I chose a quiet spot. Croc says, yeah, man, Steelers fan for PA, got your stream for the first time. There we go. That's why I'm doing it this kind of different too. I got about 1,000 videos, been doing this for 3 years. Just catching up with Steelers questions and whatnot, because this acts so differently. And I will get better with my timing and all this kind of stuff too. But yeah, it acts differently to a normal live, what goes out to I don't know how YouTube works, but it all acts differently. Anyways, we've got some big stuff coming up. We've got the free agent period. I'd still believe in Omar Khan. I know. Oh, I just saw a fish. I dead set just saw a fish jumping out of the water. Oh, man, I wish you could have seen that, but I'm facing you in the wrong direction. That was cool. Now I forgot what I was saying. That was entertaining. Yes, so I believe in Omar Khan. I think it's going to be an exciting off-season. I think we should not, the rumor stuff is going to start to calm down a bit, because there's going to be real rumors or real news coming up with Steelers sign center, right tackle. Steelers go and sign, this person, that person. And Rod, I agree too. Like the way how Omar Khan presents himself, that he's been with the Steelers for 20 years. He now knows it's his team kind of thing at that general manager position. I think he wants to win and have his legacy. Trying to get the best players in the best personnel for our team. So I have a lot of trust in him, a lot of faith. And we saw it last year in the draft. So, yeah, dead set. Dante said, I went kayaking and saw two. Oh, no, that's crazy. I went kayaking and saw an eagle swoop and grab a fish like two. That's insane. You guys got I don't think we might have eagles in Australia. I don't know. I have no idea. Yes, well, how I reacted, right? Ooh, fish. J-Devil says, who do I think is going to be the first signing? Mason Rudolph? Surely, the first few days, maybe they've organized it. Yeah, I reckon Mason Rudolph, to be honest. I reckon they bring him back. I reckon that happens. Because if they don't sign him the first week or the first, day or two, there's going to be some Steelers reporter saying, there are sources in the building saying that Steelers have reached out to Mason Rudolph and he's going to be signing a 2-year contract. And then Steeler Nation will be all like, oh my God, we're all crazy. And then we're going to be then it's going to be Kenny Pickett versus what's going to happen is too. And I legit don't care. I don't care who starts. If it's Kenny Pickett or Mason Rudolph, I don't care. I'm actually sick of the argument of this player versus that player in our team. People have different roles. They talk about GP and what's his name? Deontay Johnson. They've got different roles for different reasons, right? Pickens, you could probably say he's number one this year, but they're different players. So they're going to try and say Kenny Pickett, controversy versus Mason Rudolph. I say may the best man win. Whoever that is, may the best man win. And I know that they're going to be like, oh, I want Kenny, I want this. Well, you know, everybody's saying bring back Mason Rudolph. So if it happens, let it happen. You know what I mean? That's a good call too, center, and maybe possibly inside linebacker as well. Dante says, I dated a girl who would consistently point out that squirrels, and I was like, yes, I can see that as well. My eyes haven't stopped working. Oh, that's kind of cool, man. Hey, look, a squirrel. Like that. That's kind of cool. Dante says, I do like Powers Johnson, but Steelers are getting Jaden Daniels. I don't. You want him to trade up. You want. I think you told me this the other day. You want the Steelers to trade up and get Jaden Daniels. I'm not against it. I'm at the point I don't even care anymore, man. I just want to see black and gold football. I'm not an analyst. I'm a bloke on my car talking Steelers. I'm a guy. I'm legit. Like, think about this. This is how crazy it crazy is, right? Hang on. I'm at a river. I'm at a lake, right? Here it is. There's the birds. Like, I'm at a lake talking to you guys on the other side of the world. That is how crazy it is. And I will wrap it up in 9 minutes because my phone's getting hot because it's in the sun. Yeah, it's in the sun. All right. But yeah, there we go. If that happened, I'm fine with it, dude. If they take Jaden Daniels, I'm fine. Like, send the house, give all the picks. I don't know, find some offensive linemen and see what happens over the next 5 years. We've got the defense to protect the quarterback in that way. But if they go with Kenny Pickett on that too. I did see as well, there was one tweet on the internet I saw, AD Kinkunbala, she tweeted out and said that there were 4 staff members who were pissed off about everyone slagging out, bagging out Kenny Pickett. So I thought that was interesting that the staff is now sticking up for Kenny, which they should do. Like, the organization should stick up for each other. Cameron Hayward, everyone should be like, you bag up my quarterback, I'm gonna go back at you. I know last year too, they talked about that everyone was on Mason's side, but you had to go Mason. Like, I would have been pissed off, and I'm not too crazy with so many Steeler choices. I would have been pissed off if they went back to Kenny Pickett when Mason Rudolph was on fire. You know what I mean? So they sat a healthy Kenny Pickett. They went with Rudolph, and now we'll find out the next week or so what's going to happen. There's a sandbar to my right, and there's a lake down to my left. So there's a lake that's, is that Tuggerel? I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's a big lake near me that goes all the way around. Alrighty. Dante says it's going to be good. Yeah, I don't disagree at all. No Crocs, man. Nah, dude. Nah, not here. Nah, you wouldn't see him here. Yeah, it comes right off the ocean. We're not. I'm on the coast. I'm not like in the bush. If I showed you the city, it just looked like a normal city. Donna says, bro, the bloke in his room is finally his car. He'll be a bloke in a plane and he'll be a bloke. Wait a minute. He'll be a bloke in a plane and a bloke in PA. That's fantastic. Sheila, that's so good. G'day, Afton, what's going on? G'day, JG, what's up? That's fantastic, man. Yeah, it's so crazy how it does get a different, wider audience of people. I've never seen JG in my life. But like I said, I won't do it all the time, maybe once a week, maybe catch up, a bit more chilled out. Oh, excuse me. And I thought I'm going out shopping shortly, and then I'll get some Steelers takes. But yeah, my big thing for the Steelers to do, if I'll ask myself a question: what do the Steelers do next? It's sit patiently. They're going to wait. They're going to wait for the free agent period to begin. Go and sign Rudolph. Probably go and sign maybe a tackle, a center. You'll see stuff like that happen. You know, maybe sign a cornerback, things like that. Maybe they restructure There's been talk about restructuring or trying to do a new deal for Allen Robinson. And then Omar Khan's going to fill these holes, man. He's going to fill the team up. And I think going to get us ready for the draft. And this is the one thing, I don't want to get too hyped for preseason, but I know I will. I know I will. Oh, that'd be fantastic. Dante says, each stream we'll see a Mark in a different car. We come to find he works in an auto theft conspiracy. Yeah, GTA, man. Hey, that's awesome. That could be comment of the day. That's fantastic. Yeah, you're like, what the hell? Why is he driving this car? I thought his other car was, you know, on this. I could be sitting on the other side too, because I'm like, now I'm sitting on the right-hand side, right? So I have my seatbelt here. In America, you guys don't have your seatbelt here. You have your seatbelt this way. So I'm on the right-hand side as well. Oh, far out, man. I'm pretty keen though for things to start happening. I got over the rumor stuff. I'm done with the QB rumors, you know, Fields and all that crap, and just Trey Lance and Sam Darnold and I'm done with it. I'm just done with it. I'm so over it. I think, and probably Kenny Pickett is too. We've got one quarterback on the roster. That's Kenny Pickett. We need to wait to see who does come in, you know, get signed or whatnot. And there are so many fake Twitter posts out there too. If you haven't seen them, there are so many fake Twitter handles that say Pittsburgh Steelers are signing this guy, doing that. There's fake Adam Schefter. So be careful. One thing I will say is be very careful on the internet, and I need to be careful too reporting the news. I've got a bit of time though because I got my news 5 hours late because I'm sleeping in. Well, because I'm a day in front but 9 hours behind the news cycle. I need to be careful because they trip you. You'll see like Steelers sign new kicker, this, and this, and you're like, man, it's not true. We've got Boswell. So those kind of things are, yeah, you got to have your head on your shoulders the right way, otherwise you get tricked. And it's so easy to get tricked as well. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Up and down. I guess my title is not the best title though. Anyway, I was talking about Trubisky. Yeah. Chloe says breaking news: Steelers sign Patrick Mahomes. Dead set. Like this stuff like that. Cameron Howard cut, or you know, Steelers sign Justin Fields. All those kind of things. You got to be careful on the internet because most of it's not true. It's just not true. You got to follow what the team says, but most times the Steelers reporters, like the DKs or the guys who work for the Steelers now, the Nick Farabars, all those dudes, Alan Saunders, they're good blokes, they're good dudes, but they're always trying to get and Adam Schefter too. They're trying to get the information out there first. We're one of the Jack Flacco, that's right. Steelers signed Jack Flacco. I saw a report for that too. I was like, they should bring in Flacco to be a backup. We don't want Flacco. I could actually see if the Steelers do anything, they might sign Ryan Tannehill. But if they sign Ryan Tannehill and I see one word of a quarterback competition, I'm going to lose my absolute mind. Ryan Tannehill is not a quarterback number one. Not happening. If they sign him and I see Steelers chat say Tannehill or Kenny Pickett, who's going to be? Yeah, Noah too. Noah's up there, but Noah makes so much shit up, to be honest. He really does. Noah makes up so much stuff. He's like a new journalist, and I'm glad I'm not a journalist. Stuff being a journalist, man, I'd rather be a fan. See more birds. Yeah, I'm not a journalist. Stuff being that, he's got to make up news certain ways so it tricks you into. There was 2 weeks ago, he was like, Steelers are now are keen on Kenny Pickett, and then like 2 videos after that, Steelers are out on Kenny Pickett. I don't get it. I don't get it. G'day, Eli, what's going on? Yeah, I don't understand it either. I feel like with Kenny Pickett's, I know his TDs and all that kind of stuff and stats are not the best. At the same time, I still remember, and I was talking to a voice in the Discord the other day, and that's one of our blokes here, and we talked about the game-winning drive for the Steelers versus Ravens, the game-winning drive Steelers versus Raiders, that kind of stuff. And yes, he needs to get back to that, but hopefully with a better O-line, we can do that. I still got belief, man. It's like 3 years in. I'm not done with it. A lot of fan base out there will just be like, he's fucking done. It's all over. What's all over? He's legit only played 24 games. So we'll see what happens. And if Rudolph comes in, play him. I think we're in a funny position because it's all we've talked about for like what? 2 months? 2 months of just Kenny Pickett, Justin Fields. It's all we've talked about. We haven't talked about anything else. They still need to sign, back some teamers too. We haven't got a long snapper. I hope they sign Christian 46. I hope they get they figure out their gunners, Miles Boykin and James Pierre. They're not on contract, so they might get signed. We haven't talked about how good we have the running back room is now with Najee Harris and Warren. I think they'll give Najee Harris a 5th-year option this year. I think it's going to happen. And also Deontay Johnson with his contract. He's got, I think, 1 more year left. Do they trade him or what do they do? So Eli says, got to give Kenny a half a year. I think so. Yes. And at the moment, we haven't got Mason yet. Think about that. Mason Rudolph is still a free agent. But I think personally, my opinion because I'm talking, but like, I think for Rudolph, the best chance to have success in the NFL is come back to what you know. I just spat, by the way. And when you do, that's terrible. It's so bad. I'm getting too excited. Yeah, if you're Mason Rudolph, just come back to what you know, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and maybe he might be happy with quarterback number 2, or at least a competition. I don't know. I want 1 more week to go or 2 more weeks to happen, and then we'll kind of see things take shape. Right now, it's just rumor central, dead set. Anytime I get ESPN notifications talks about how people are hating on my quarterback, yeah, I don't get it either. Afton says, I don't hate KP, but I want someone better. That's fine. You can always want someone better. I'm going off the fact that the Steelers have told me what they're doing. They have faith in Kenny Pickett. Mike Tomlin likes Kenny Pickett. Arthur Smith likes Kenny Pickett. They've said he's been quarterback number 1 for numerous times now. So that's what I'm going off. Ryan Clark called out Kenny Pickett today, and I thought that was crazy. Ryan Clark, you know what, too? Make sure you watch out for Ryan Clark's his takes. He flip-flops like nothing else. Ryan Clark will bag out Kenny Pickett in the offseason. The minute that Kenny Pickett starts to do good or throw TDs or do really well in the first 2 games, Ryan Clark will go back to Kenny Pickett's a man. He's the next franchise guy. I've never seen a former Steeler flip-flop so much than Ryan Clark. He always does it in his takes. They should fire Tomlin. Then 2 weeks later, they're doing really well. Oh, the Steelers going to be a playoff win. But that's what ESPN does. They're not fans. Even though he played for the Steelers, they're not fans. They're just trying to create the media buzz. Got 20 people in the house too. Fantastic. Alrighty, we'll do a few more questions, a few more comments, and I'll get out of here. I'd trade more for. Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you, Dante, man. Oh, I almost had a. And Eli says maybe add Fields. Yeah, I'm not keen for adding Fields, but I've talked about that a few times. I still think before next week, when it all goes crazy, I still think it's gonna be this: Kenny Pickett number 1, Rudolph number 2, draft a 3rd. That's my idea. Otherwise, they might go and get Tannehill, someone like that. But there's still so many things to talk about too. Like with this team, what's going to happen? Do they go and draft defensive tackle? Do they go and, draft a cornerback? What happens with Corey Trice coming back too? It's a long off season. It's a very exciting one as well. I think we have a really hard schedule versus the Chiefs and stuff like that. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Oh, I did hear the other day too that Steven Nelson was bagging out the cornerbacks and that kind of stuff. I don't get that. G'day, Kevin. What's going on, mate? From Tennessee. There you go. I like Fields because you're a Bucker. That's fair enough, man. And everyone's got their own opinion. Like, that's why we're here, right? I said the other day in one of my members videos, this feels to me like you'd walk into a bar and you'd say, hey, Joe Devil, hey, Rod, hey, Dante, what's going on? Hey, George, how are yous? And then, good question, George. You know, you walk into a bar and you have some beers and you just talk Steelers. That's what it feels like. I'm trying to make this page like that. You've all got your opinions. I've got mine. Basically, what I like for my Steelers is just have a dig, mate. Have a go. Run someone over. Hit someone hard, even though you can't anymore. And what I think for my Steelers is we still have a chance in the playoffs. We need to sort out the quarterback position, that's for sure. Need to get better. But George says, any relation with Willie Parker? I don't know. There's Frank Gore. I think Frank Gore Jr. is a running back. I wouldn't mind seeing him there. Crocker Beef says, I think Kenny's game-winning drives meant a lot because it showed his potential and he didn't have to follow Canada's usual awful playing call in a 2-minute drill. Yes, he does. He needs a fair shot. And I think the Steelers will give him a fair shot. And also, the Pittsburgh Steelers aren't stupid, right? They're not stupid. They'll give him a fair shot and they'll sign somebody who is quarterback number 2 who probably can take over. Mason Rudolph. That's what I'm saying. Kevin Wilkes says, go the best quarterback right now. It's Kenny. 100%. And he's only the only quarterback on our roster is Kenny Pickett. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Wilkes says, is this DJ's last year? Possibly. But I think DJ's been expressing himself on the internet too, and he's more than welcome to. He can do whatever he wants. And he's been getting frustrated at the fans saying, you know, like I'm not leaving, or like he's been showing like emojis where he's shaking his head, stuff like that. So I wouldn't be surprised though if the Steelers were to trade him and not pick him up for a new contract after next year. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Rod, mate. Catch you later. Yeah, I'll be going out shortly too. I've been doing 36 minutes, so we'll see how it goes. Dante says this is DJ's last year. The Steelers take receiver. Yeah, probably. And they were meeting too. They were meeting receivers in the draft. I tell you what is really good though this year. I don't think we really know. Here we go. Here's one last comment. Who do you think the Steelers are going to draft at what position? Because remember a few years ago, we kind of thought it was going to be Kenny Pickett. We kind of thought it was going to be Najee Harris. We kind of thought it was going to be, you know, those players. Who do we think this year, and even last year was kind of like, what do you do? Do you go and get, oh, excuse me, I realized really bad one. Do you go and get defensive tackle? Do you go and get Joey Porter Jr. in the first round? Do you go and get, you know, Broderick Jones or someone else at left tackle or whatever, right? This year, again, I don't know if the Steelers have a clear path that they have to go and choose offensive line with the first, or center, or right tackle, or do they need to go and choose cornerback or safety? You know what I mean? I reckon this year it's very, very open, and we should be like, oh, sweet, we got that player? Yeah. Yeah, dead set. Yeah, Najee pretty much stood out like a sore thumb, didn't he? Yeah, Kevin's winning the center. Yeah, I think so too. Definitely in the center. But there's a few centers too on the I guess they can look into the free agent thing. But I wouldn't mind seeing like I talked about today with JPJ and getting him Jackson Powers-Johnson. He looks fantastic. He looks like a Steeler for the next 10 years. Would be awesome. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, guys, any more questions? I'm running out of steam. I got 2 more minutes to go. My phone's getting really hot. I do appreciate everyone coming in saying hello. I'll do this sparingly. I won't try and do it too much, but it just reaches a new audience. It just says, hey, what's going on? I'm in my car. I'm bloke talking Steelers in his car. You know what I mean? So it's good fun. And also I get to look at the lake too. I'm watching birds at the lake, having a good time. I'm about to go shopping and get some lunch. Dante says, JPJ does make me think that Joey Porter. Yeah, it's very true. 2 JPJs. Yeah, thanks, Kevin, mate. Yeah, 2 JPJs as well. But no, it's been awesome. If you ever go back and watch the start is really crap. The start is me dropping I'm like zooming in like this. Like, watch this, ready? Like how, oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh wait, there we go, hang on. Oh my, jeez. Oh my goodness. I don't do that. Oh my goodness. Oh. All right, guys. Just... That's so bad. You can like see my thoughts. Oh, nuts. All right, guys, I'll see you later. You guys are awesome. Here's the river. Oh, here's a lake. Nice sunny day here in Australia. Man, that's so that Zoom be wild. All right, guys, thank you for checking out Steeler Nation Australia. I'll see you guys in the next few days. You guys are awesome, every single one of you. See you later.